Hello, my dear students. Very good morning and assalamu alaikum. I hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Jay Rahman, teacher of Milestone School and College, Sector 14, Uttara, Dhaka. My dear students, already you have completed the half-yearly exam, and exam is over. Now we will start the final term syllabus, right? So the final sum syllabus, first we will discuss proportion profit and loss, which chapter is 2 exercise 2.1. So my dear students, let's start first the definition. So then second part we will solve some problems. Okay, let's start. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to explain the ratio of multiple expression and successive ratio, explain the concept of proportion, solve problems related to proportion. So my dear students, today's CW number is 35, and so first we will discuss basic discussion and some problems. Now I will discuss the definition first. So here I have written some definition. So what is ratio? Already you have learned from class 6, right? Ratio is a fraction, you know. So I have written the ratio can be defined as the relationship or comparison between two numbers of the same unit. Okay, already you know this one. And the ratio of multiple, that means ratio can be defined as the relationship or comparison between two numbers of the same unit. Students, suppose 2:3. Okay, if it is centimeter, this one will be centimeter also. Okay, so if it is suppose taka, this one will be taka. If it is the suppose teacher's number, this one is suppose boy's number. That means this one is indicate the numbers here, quantity of this number. So this one is called ratio. Okay, this ratio we can write like this way, 2/3. This one we can write like this. Okay, now ratio of multiple expression. What is ratio of multiple expression? The ratio of three or more quantities is called ratio of multiple expression. Suppose this one is two quantities only, right? So if I express suppose 2:3, 3:4, this one is called ratio of multiple expression. Suppose this one is length, breadth and height, like this. So when you express like this two or more quantities, that one is called ratio of multiple expression. Now students, we will discuss the proportion of the four quantities. If the ratio of first and second quantity and the ratio of third and fourth quantity are equal to each other, then four quantities form a proportion, and each quantity or proportion is called proportional. Okay, now actually how to express like this one, this definition, how to write like this. First quantity, here given the ratio, students, the first and second quantity, the ratio of first and second quantity. So the ratio, that means first quantity is to second quantity, equal to, okay, first quantity and second quantity, the ratio of first and second quantity and the ratio of third and fourth quantity are equal. So we can write here third, we can write equal, and we have to write third quantity is to fourth quantity. That one is called proportion. Okay students, first quantity is to second quantity equal third quantity is to fourth quantity. Okay, this one is called is to or colon. This one is colon, and we have to read like this, is to. Okay, this one is name is to. Okay, we have to read like this. This one is to. Okay, someone called this one is 2. 2:3, that means 2:3. Okay, so someone telling 2:3. So 2:3 we can read like this. Okay, first. Okay, so now, okay, so this one is very important for solving any proportional problems. Okay, so first quantity is to second quantity equal to third quantity is to fourth quantity. Now marginal quantities. So first of these four quantities I am telling, first quantity and fourth quantity of proportional are called marginal quantities. Suppose I have written, suppose 2 is to 3 equal, suppose 4 is to 6. I have written this one. 2 is to 3 equal to 4 is to 6. This one. So here which one is the first and fourth quantity? First quantity is this one and fourth quantity is this one. These two quantities called marginal quantity. Clear? These two quantity, that means first this one and fourth. This one is called marginal quantities. First and fourth quantities of proportional called marginal quantities. Now mid quantities. Second and third quantities of proportion are called mid quantities. Second and third. This one is second and this one is third. Okay. Second and third quantities. These two quantities is called mid quantities. Clear? So second and third quantities of proportion are called mid quantities. Students, of 4 quantities I am telling, not out of 3 quantities. Okay. Now rule of 3. The method of finding of fourth quantity is called rule of 3. Suppose here given 2 is to 3 equal to 4 is to x. X means unknown expression, any unknown quantity. We don't know the value of x is what. Okay, this one we don't know. So 2 is to 3 equal to 4 is to x. So here given the method of finding the fourth quantity. When you find the value of fourth quantity, that one is called rule of 3. Okay students, have you understood? I hope you understood this one. That means when you find this one, students, we can write 2 by 3 equal to 4 by x, right? Like this way we can write, because in this ratio we can write like division, right? So 2 by 3, we can now how to find the value of x? Just cross multiplication. Okay, when you solve some maths, then we will show that one. Okay, next. Now continued proportion. So 3 quantities are said to be continued proportion if the ratio of first and second is equal to the ratio between second and third quantity. Students, suppose if the quantity, suppose if the 3 quantities, suppose A, B, C, these 3 quantities, if we express as a proportional quantity, suppose are proportional of the proportion. Suppose this one A is to B. So here I have written first quantity and the ratio of first and second. So the ratio of first and second. Students, the proportion is this one. This symbol is called proportion. Okay, double colon is called the proportion, this one. Instead of this proportion, we are writing equal. Okay, we are writing equal. This one is called proportion, double colon. This one is a single colon here. So A is to B, proportion B is to C. This one is called continued proportion, because in the second quantity is continued here. So that means the ratio of first and second is equal to the ratio second and third. This one is called continued proportion. Clear? So if I find this one, suppose the continued proportion, suppose this continued proportion we can write here like this way. So A by B, instead of this continued proportion we can write equal, and B by C. Okay, and we can write here, if I do cross multiplication here, what will be? B into B, that means B square. So B square is equal to AC. That means if I want to find, that means the mid, that means second quantity. So this second quantity equal to AC. That means this one is first quantity and this one is third quantity. Here out of 3 quantity here, A is to B is to C. Okay, these 3 quantities here, this one is the marginal quantity here, A and C. Okay, this quantity, that means when you multiply, this one is first, second, third. When you multiply first and third, then you will get this one second quantity. That means in continued proportion, if you want to find the mid quantity, that means here B is equal to root over AC. We can find like this way. Have you understood, students? That means This one is called meat quantity. This one is called meat quantity. So we can write the formula here. The meat quantity equal to root over first quantity into third quantity. Okay students, so meat quantity equal to, we can write root over first quantity into third quantity. Okay, this one is the formula of meat quantity. If you want to find the value of meat quantity, so we have to use like this way. Okay students, have you understood? Okay, now I am discussing the another things. Already we have discussed the proportion. So which one is the first quantity is to second quantity equal to third quantity is to fourth quantity. Students, now this ratio, actually this one we can write like this way. So first quantity divided by second quantity, can I write like this? Second quantity equal to third quantity divided by fourth quantity. Can I write like this way? Yes, right? We can write like this: first quantity by second quantity equal to third quantity divided by fourth quantity. This equation we can write another way. So first quantity into fourth quantity, cross multiplication. If you do cross multiplication, so first quantity into fourth quantity equal to second quantity into third quantity. We can write like this: second quantity into third quantity. Okay, by using this formula, actually we will solve some problems. Okay, so this one is important. That means from this proportion, that means we can write like this way. Okay, first quantity into fourth quantity equal to second quantity into third quantity. Okay students, and another thing, successive ratio, students. So suppose the two things, the ratio of any suppose 2:3, first ratio, suppose this one is the first ratio, or the age of anything, and the another ratio, suppose 4:2, suppose 4:2. So in these two ratio, actually how to write the successive ratio, how to write, we have to know that one is important. So students, so in class 6 you have learned that is the ratio of these two quantities. First quantity is called antecedent and this one is called subsequent, right? So antecedent, subsequent, antecedent, subsequent. Okay, in these two ratios, so how to write in successive ratio, students? So here the second ratio, which one is the antecedent, that one, by that one we have to multiply both quantities. Okay, so we have to multiply, this one is the 4 and here given this one is the 3, that means the first ratio, which one is the subsequent. Okay, that one, by that one we have to multiply the second ratio. Okay, so you have to multiply, this one is 3. Okay, then we'll get the successive ratio. Have you understood? Again I am telling, by antecedent we have to multiply in both ratio, and by the subsequent we have to multiply the second ratio. Clear? That means this 3 we have to multiply in both, and this 4 we have to multiply in both. Now 4 2 are 8, 4 3 are 12. Now here the second one, 3 4 are 12 is to 3 2 are 6. Now we can write this one is 8:12 is to 6. 8:12 is to 6. This one is called successive ratio. Have you understood this one? This one is called successive ratio. By this way, just we have to multiply. Okay, that means by this one we have to multiply, and by this 3 we have to multiply like this way. Have you understood now? Okay, now we have to solve some problems. Okay, students, now we have to solve number 1. And here given write down proportion using the following quantities. So students, here given some quantities 9 years, 10 days, 18 years and 20 days. So same quantity first we will write. So here this one is the years, this one is years. This one is the same quantity, right? This one is days, this one is days. This one is same quantities. So first we will write number, this one we have to solve, okay? So first we can write the ratio of years, equal to what? 9 is to 18. Yes, 9 is to 18. What is the math? Okay, now ratio of days. First now write ratio of days equal to what? Days is 10 days and 20 days. So 10 is to 20. Yes. Now if I write this ratio into proportion, here given write down the proportion, you know the proportion. So required proportion we can write required proportion, okay, equal to, we can write it 9 is to 18. So what is the symbol of proportion? Double colon, right? This one is the proportion. Okay, this one is proportion. So next this ratio, so 10 is to 20. This one is the answer, right? Have you understood this one? Okay, now D number. Okay, this one is the 12th notebook and 15 pencil, right? D number 12 notebook, 15 pencil, and this 12 notebook is price suppose is 20 taka, this 15 pencil is supposed 25 taka. So here the which one is the product here? 12 notebook and 15 pencil, this is the product. So we can write here, so ratio of product equal to what? 12 is to 15, because these are the same things here. Okay, these are the product. And ratio of price equal to what? 20 is to 25. Okay, now just we will write the proportion. So required proportion, okay students, are you writing? Yes. Now write 12 is to 15 proportion and 20 is to 25. Okay, this one is the answer. Have you understood this one? Easy, right? So now one number is finished. Now we'll solve the 2 number. Students, now we'll solve 2 number. B numbers first we will solve. So B number here given 25 and 81. But here given in B number, 2 marginal quantities of the continued proportion are given below from the proportion. So if you want to form the proportion, so first we need, here given the continued proportion, that means the mid quantity we don't know. There is no information about this one. So that means in the continued proportion here are given below, that means 2 marginal quantities here given. 2 marginal means in continued proportion. So how many quantities are there? 3 quantities. Out of 3 quantities, these 3 quantities, but here given is 2 quantities. Which one? First quantity and third quantity, right? First quantity and third quantity. That means this one is the first quantity and this one is third quantity. Okay, so we can write in the continued proportion, we know. Now write solution. In the continued proportion, we know what? Mid quantity square equal to what? Mid quantity square equal to first quantity into third quantity, right? first quantity into third quantity. This one we know, right? So in continued proportion we know this formula, meet quantity is square equal to first quantity into third quantity, and that means if I write or, so this one is the first quantity, this one is what? Third quantity, 81. So now write meet quantity square equal to first which one? 25. So 25, 81. Okay. So 25 into 1, what will be the multiplication? Students, meet quantity. So the multiplication will be 2025. Okay. So or meet quantity, just we are finding the meet quantity, so just right here, so just keeping the square root on both sides, so it will be 2025, right? Now we have to find the square root of 2025. Students, you know 2025 how to find this one. So this make group, so 4 4 are 16, so 4 25, then 4 will be 8, and 5 5 are 25, yes 5 5 5 are 25, 5 8 are 40, yes 42. Okay, so 45 is the meat quantity, right? Have you understood this one? So when this one is the marginal quantities, this one is first, this one is third. So in the continued proportion we know the formula, meat quantity is square equal to first quantity into third quantity. So just we have to find this meat quantity, 25 into 81, just multiply 2025, you will get meat quantity square equal to this one. So only for meat quantity is equal to what? Root over 2025, just giving, okay, giving the square root on both sides, so it will be 2025. Then if we want to find the square root of 2025, then you will get 45. Now we will write the, now proportion, continued proportion, how to write? So continued proportion, proportion, continued proportion equal to, so here is first quantity, which one? 25 is to second quantity is meat quantity 45, so 45, then proportion, then 45 again, then this one is the third quantity 81, so this one is a 81. This one is called continued proportion. Okay students, have you understood? I hope you understood this one. So two number, e number here given, the first quantity is 1.5 and third quantity is 13.5, that means here given the marginal quantities. So again we can write solution. So we know in continued proportion, right? In continued proportion, in continued proportion, which one can you tell me? In continued proportion, meat quantity is equal to what? Meat quantity whole square equal to first quantity into third quantity, right? Now what will you just place the value of, this one is first, this one is third, so or meat quantity whole square equal to, first is which one? 1.5 into 13.5. Students, just we have to remove this square, so we have to give the square root on both sides. Meat quantity equal to, so when you give the square root on both sides, so this one is removed. Okay, so we have to give the this side 1.5 into 13.5, or meat quantity is equal to, just multiply this one. Okay, so after multiplying, what will you get this one? So it will be 20.25. Okay, So now we have to find the square root of 20.25. What will be the square root of 20.25? 20.25. So we can give 4 for a 16. So it will be 4. Then this decimal point you have to take here. So 25 we have to take the 2 digit in the square root. So now 4 will be 8 here. So it will be 5, right? 5. So 5 5 are 25, 5 carry 2, 4 8 are 40 and 42. So 4.5. So the meat quantity is equal to 4.5. So if the meat quantity is 4.5, so we can write the continued proportion. What will be the continued proportion? So the continued proportion will be continued proportion will be, so here is first quantity 1.5, so first 1.5 is 2, this one is second, that means meat quantity, so 4.5 proportion, then 4.5 again, this one is meat, that means second and third, right? That means second in the if considered is 4 out of 4 quantities, so 4.5 and the last one is 13.5. Okay, students, have you understood up 2 number maths? The 2 marginal quantities of the when you get the 2 marginal quantities of a continued proportion. Okay, then like this formula you will solve this problem. Okay, hope you understood. Now we will solve 3 number. So students, now 3 number here given, fill in the gaps. So first we will solve number B. So here given 7 is 2, this one is gaps. Okay, proportion here given 8 is to 64. Okay, just this one we will solve. So students, so this one is first quantity, second quantity and third quantity and fourth quantity, this one. Okay, so just we have to find this value, that means which one? Second quantity. So if I use like this way, so or we can write here 7 by, can I write this ratio into fraction, right? Okay, like this. So instead of this proportion we can write is equal sign, so 8 by 64. Since we are finding the value of these gaps, so suppose this one is the this one is second quantity, so we are finding the second quantity, so just using this box, so just now we will do the cross multiplication. So this box into which one? 8. So box, that means gaps into 8, okay, into 7 into 64. So we are finding this also, so we have to keep in this side, and this 8 we have to take in the right side. So what would be, if it is multiplication we have to divide here, so 7 into 64 divided by 8, clear, or divided by 8 on both sides like this. Okay, so 8 8 are 64, so 7 8 are 56. Okay, so therefore this one is 56. Okay, have you understood now? So if I write like this way, so therefore you can write 7 is to, this one is 56, proportion 8 is to 64. Like this way just we have to solve. Okay, so another one we have to solve. So number D, students, D number if I solve, so 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5, proportion 7 by, sorry, here given this caps, so here given 7 by 10. Okay, so just we can solve this one. Okay, so how to solve this one? 1 by 3, so if I divide this one, so fraction means division, right? So we can write like this way, 1 by 5 equal to this box divided by 7 by 10. Okay, we are finding this value, this means third quantity. So first we will find which one is the gaps, that one we have to multiply first. So 1 by 5 into this gaps is equal to 7 by 10 into this 1 by 3 you have to take in this one, so multiply 1 by 3. Okay students, so now this one we have to write here the gaps, and this 1 by 5 we have to take in the right side. So in this side, which one is division? If I take in that side, it will be multiplication. So 7 by 10 into 1 by 3. So this 5, it will be multiplication. That means it will be 5 by 1, we can write. That means this multiplication will be division and this division will be multiplication that side. So now just we have to simplify. So 5 to are 10. So 7, so we can write here. So therefore this box, that means gaps is equal to, so 7 1 are 7 and 3 2 are 6. Okay, so therefore we can write here this proportion will be 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5 proportion, gaps it will be here 7 by 6 and proportion 7 by 10. This one is the answer. Have you understood, students? It's easy, right? Okay, students, now we'll solve the fourth number. Determine the fourth proportional of the following quantities. That means when you find the fourth quantities, that you know already I have discussed the rule of 3. When you find the fourth quantities, that means that one is fourth quantities is finding, that one is called rule of 3. So now fourth quantity, so first we can write here b number. I will solve 15, 25 and 33. So we can write here solution given, which one is given here, first quantity here given 15, second quantity is equal to 25 and third quantity is equal to 33. Okay, in rule of 3, that means we know if we want to find the fourth quantity, already I have given the formula, right? So fourth quantity is equal to equal to second quantity into third quantity, right? Third quantity divided by first quantity. This one is the rule of 3, first quantity. Okay, just place the value of second and third quantity. So in 4 number, just use this formula, fourth quantity is equal to second quantity into third quantity divided by first quantity. So from the first one, just place the value of second quantity here. Second quantity is 25, third quantity is 33 and first quantity is 15. Okay, just make it noise from here. So we can divide by 5 fiber 25, 3 fiber 15 and 3 11 or 33 1. So it will be 55, right? 5 11 1 or 55. So we can write here the fourth proportional quantity. So therefore fourth proportional quantity is equal to 55. This is the answer. Okay, students. So now another one, which one is number E number will. Okay, students. Now we'll solve 4 number, which one is E, and that one is also first, second, and third quantity. We have to find the fourth quantity in the formula. Fourth quantity is equal to second quantity to third quantity divided by first quantity. So just write here. So given here, given first quantity equal to 5 here and second quantity is equal to 4.5, okay, and third quantity is equal to 7. So we know rule of 3, that means if we want to find the fourth quantity is equal to second quantity into third quantity, second quantity into third quantity. Are you writing, students? Third quantity divided by what? first quantity. Okay, just place the value of second and third. So second is which one? 4.5 into 7 divided by first quantity is 5. So 4.5 into 7, if you multiply, then you will get 31.5 divided by 5. So just write, we divided by 5, so 31.5. So what will be? 5 6 are 30. So just subtract, then it will be 1, but 1 is smaller, so again you have to take the next digit. So just take decimal point here and next digit, so 5 3 are 15. Okay, so 6.30 or 6.3, 6.3. Okay, the fourth quantity is 6.3, so we can write the fourth proportional quantity. Fourth proportional quantity is equal to 6.3. Okay students, have you understood this one? I hope you understood this. Okay, practice more at your home. Okay my dear students, now is time to give the feedback. Okay, so now we have to solve by yourself. Okay, start solving. So now we can write here in the continued proportion. We know in continued proportion, continued proportion, mid quantity is equal to mid quantity whole square equal to, we can write first quantity into third quantity. Okay students, have you written like this? Okay, so now just write the mid quantity whole square equal to, just place the value of first quantity. So first quantity is 6 into 24. Okay, so mid quantity, okay, giving square root on both sides, so what will be? So just write here this square root. Okay, 6 into 24, what will be? 6 4 are 24, so that means 4 6 to 12 and 2, so it will be 144. Okay, so if you want to find the mid quantity only, so just find the square root of 144. So 144, it will be 12, right? 12 for 144. Okay, now so the continued proportion what will be? So the continued proportion will be so first which one? 6 is to 12 proportion 12 is to 24. Okay students, your answer is this one. Have you checked this one? Yes, thank you very much. Okay, now is time to give the SW.